Welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, the show where we dive deep into the world of fitness, health, business, relationships, and the art of living a balanced life. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Greg, and we're here to give you the benefit of our experiences in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, the corporate world, running a business, personal development, and building healthy relationships.
Whether you're sweating it out in the gym, hustling in your business, or seeking balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place.
So lace up those sneakers and grab that water bottle, and let's get ready to transform our minds, our bodies, and our lives.
Welcome back to another episode of FitBody Lifestyle, where we are going to have an amazing episode today. I'm here, of course, with my partner in crime, my Lommel here, Gregory T. Bernard, and the lovely Arin Cahee.
Hi.
We're so happy to have you here today. I've been wanting to get you out here for a while, so we finally get a chance to chat with you a little bit on the podcast.
Yay. Hey.
So let's start out with your check-in word.
Okay.
Did I say check out or check in?
You said check-in.
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
Check-in. Okay.
Not chicken word.
I'm thinking of
Is this like one of those
balance.
clue things? Okay.
Balance.
All right. Balance. I like that.
it was a clue thing.
All right.
Yes. It was Miss Green in the study with the candlestick clue.
Never mind.
I have
She
no
has no
idea.
idea what you're talking about.
I have
The
no
game
idea.
of Clue. You never played
Okay,
Clue?
so I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of young when it came out.
But you do know the game.
I do know
I don't
the
know
game.
I think it may have come out before I was born.
I
It's
mean,
been around for a while.
I was young when board games were a thing, if that makes sense. So I did play Monopoly
Are you
and
trying
stuff.
to say we're old,
It was
Erin?
around when
I mean,
board
maybe
games were a
season.
thing.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Just
Do you
kidding.
know that board games are still a thing? And in fact,
does
board
board
game
games?
sales skyrocketed during COVID. Yeah.
You know, a lot of things did too. My
Yeah.
brain went so on the opposite
went the
side.
other way.
I
Okay.
did. I was thinking of the divorce rate for whatever reason.
Actually, birth rate went up.
And that too.
Yeah.
Well, we
I
understand why that is when everybody was home.
Yep.
Yep.
Lockdown.
Probably the same reason the divorce rate went up.
Yeah.
So, Erin, give just a quick introduction of yourself, and then we're going to dive in and learn all about you.
All right. Well, my name is Arin Cahee. I am an IFBB professional bodybuilder. I just got my pro card this past October with you guys. I'm just a small town girl. Is what you see is what you get, pretty much. Like, I'm very simple, I guess.
Oh my God, that
Very
is
simple.
such an
Isn't
incorrect
it
statement.
boring?
You are so not.
Simple and
you
boring
are
are
so-
not are never words that I would use to
You
describe
are
you.
so
it
not
is more
simple.
of like a see is what you get type of thing.
Okay,
like,
you're
that's
authentic.
authentic.
yeah,
Yes.
I mean, it is very like it's a more in person type of thing.
And
if
Erin,
that
you can
makes
tell
sense.
yourself that
So-
you're simple, and I love that you do. You are not simple.
Okay, I'm extra
Okay,
as hell.
you have many layers and many dimensions to you.
And we're
which
gonna
is-
explore that.
Which is what we're going to get into.
I could be an
Yeah.
onion.
Okay,
An
yeah,
onion
we're
has
going to peel
layers.
that. We're
Peel
going
those
to peel that
layers.
back
Let's
then.
peel it.
Okay,
You know. So yeah.
you're showing the onions today.
What are you talking about?
The biceps and the
Yeah,
shoulders.
if you guys are listening and not watching,
Let me just.
You know why we call them onions, right?
Why?
Because they make people cry.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mama Bear's
It's
got
a
a little
bicep
one.
day.
Yeah, you do. You look good too. Always.
Moving forward.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm extra but simple.
Extra simple?
Extra simple.
Simply extra?
Simply extra. Yeah. So I'm from Northern California. You know, I'm a personal trainer. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a posing coach, but in my town, I do help women, you know, start off when they're, you know, just beginning their bodybuilding journey. Yeah, that's all I do. Literally.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
You do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's all you do.
that's all I do.
Let's peel back the onion.
All right.
Okay. So
peel it back.
let's start with this. Where were you born?
Orville. I
Okay.
was born. Actually, I lied. I'm from Orville.
Okay.
I was born in Paradise, California.
Okay.
So, but I'm from Orville. I pretty much stayed there my entire life. Like, I went to college out at Butte. I ended up working. Still
You're
staying
jumping
out
all the way
there.
to college, so we're not going to get there yet. Okay.
I don't really care about high school.
Yeah,
and
but we're not going to talk about high
middle
school. Let's talk about how you grew up and those formative years and what happened. Like, for example, talk about tell people.
Oh,
about
you want to go way back?
Oh yeah, Yeah. Let's talk about your parents.
Okay, so this is live. I didn't know that we were going to go way, way back, like way, way back. I thought we were just going way back a couple of years.
Let's tell the Arin Cahee story, and I will tell you and everybody else why we do this.
All right.
Because there are always going to be seeds planted along your history.
True.
That will grow into the Arin that is you now.
Yeah.
And so some of those seeds that's why I do what I do now. Some of those seeds like, wow, I never thought of that. So we need to figure out what the seeds were that you planted. So start with, we don't need to go back to, okay, I was a baby and I really liked my bassinet and I used to throw things out at it, which I bet you did. Tell us about your parents.
Actually, I was like sleep. I was very tired.
Okay, all right.
At first.
Okay.
But I got my energy later on,
Okay.
like Speedy Gonzalez when I was like 5 or something. But so my mom and dad, I am one of 3 kids. I have an older sister and I have a younger brother.
So you're the middle child.
I am the middle child of the 3.
That explains a lot.
Oh man, yeah, 100%, dude. Jesus. I knew what to do and what not to do, but tried to do and then sneak a little bit. It didn't work. Nothing worked. But so growing up, super, super fun. I was like a wild child outside in the creek in the mud or something like that. Like I'd way rather be outdoors than indoors.
Oroville is still, it's a suburb or a rural area. Would you call it rural? Suburb? Farm area? There's a lot of farms in that area there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what aren't you telling us, Erin? There's a look on your face.
Well, I just, like I grew up there, and it was fun growing up. But, when I could leave, I definitely could leave. And I did.
Okay.
So, I mean, my dad is still there and I like to visit him. But other than that, I don't
What does
really.
he do? Or what did he do?
He was a painter.
Okay.
And he also worked for the school district. So, and he was also my basketball coach for
cool.
some years. So, like, the athletic side of things, like, totally my dad. So, like, why I'm so hard on myself sometimes in my check-ins, it's solely based off of the connection that I have with my dad and the expectation that he put on me when I was like a young tot growing up. And because he was my dad, I definitely had to do a little bit more to hush the naysayers and the favoritism because I genuinely, worked my ass off. And it wasn't just genetics. I had to work to be good, So I think, yeah.
You're not the tallest basketball player.
Absolutely not. I'm 5'2", but a wingspan of 5'10".
I love it.
Just saying. But
Point guard?
Point guard. I got a mean 3.
Yeah, okay.
I got a mean 3. So
What about mom?
Mom, so she is like, what would I say? It's like a mental health counselor who is now like the manager of like her, I guess, job. So she's been doing that for about like 15 years, maybe a little bit longer, but she's out in San Francisco. So this sounds weird because like my dad, he resides in Oroville. My mom, she's in San Francisco, but they're still happily married, like 33 years.
Interesting.
And for a long time, she was commuting from Oroville. So like when I was in high school, she'd always drive to and from, and this would be like every day or every other day. She'd drive from Oroville to San Francisco.
Which is how far? Because most people aren't going to know that distance, but
like,
it's like 75 miles, 80 miles, 100 miles.
I mean, depending on the traffic though,
Yeah.
too, it's
Wow.
like you have to kind of get used to that drive, and you have to like, it's more of a time game. Like I know I'm going to sit in traffic for this amount of time, so I have to leave at ungodly hours. So she did that for years to a point where it was just like, okay, like let me get a house out there. So now she has her own little place out there, and she's been doing it ever since. And like my parents are the type of parents like they're moving. They're not gonna stop moving. So yeah, that's we're just real simple, real spiritual, kind of kooky people, I guess, right now.
Tell us about your brother and sister.
Sister, she is older than me. Phenomenal woman, even though she gets on my last nerve.
Isn't that the job
But-
of siblings?
Yes, yes. So like, when you have an older sister, they kind of take like the mom role or whatever. She absolutely did not. Like she did not. Like my sister was 100% my sister. And the dynamic that we have, like I understand it more so now because the relationship that we have, I wouldn't trade it for like anything. Like I didn't understand it growing up and I kind of resented her a little bit because like I was always known as Angelica's little sister. So, or little Cahee or baby Cahee. So, Jill was really, really cool. Like she was like the example of like what a woman was besides my mom, like, cause my mom's like a go-getter. Like she was just always working, like on the move, you know, that's just like what she likes to do. But Angelica, super driven, super knowledgeable. Like I've never seen someone legit like get like A's and party, like but how she partied. So that's like, and still be so successful. So like Jill, she planned out her life and did exactly that. Like she was like, I'm going to be at BU for 2 years. She got a scholarship down at SOU out in Oregon. And then from there, she got a job out in Portland, Oregon. From Portland, Oregon, she moved to Ashland, and then now she's in Sacramento. So she's like the manager of Golden One Center or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's phenomenal. Badass chick. Don't mess with her. don't
You
mess with
learned that
her.
the hard way?
I mean, I'll still try it. I'm about it. I'll still
You'll still
try
test
it.
the boundaries.
I will.
Okay.
I will. But I knew, like, as soon as she became a mom, because she's a mom of 2 boys, I knew as soon as she became a mom, I was like, we're in there. Like, anything I want, she's about to give to me. So I gave it the test. I was like, Jill, go make me a sandwich. And she made me the most remarkable sandwich ever.
Remarkable.
She made me
and I know you love your sandwiches.
I
Well, we
love
were
my
gonna say that.
sandwiches. She made the best goddamn sandwich. Oh my goodness. So that's my sister. Super dope. My little brother. So he's like super, super creative. And you wouldn't really tell. But AJ knows how to, I would say, finesse the situation, good, bad, or indifferent. Like he's very, very smart.
So now I know why your name is spelled with an A.
Okay, so we're pretty much our initials are after my dad. So
A's.
All A's. Like we are AJC. Besides my mom. But other than that, we're AJCs. AJ, my little brother, super cool. Like, don't mess with my little brother. I love him. Like because I don't have kids, don't really know what the future holds, but that's like my little kid. Like AJ will always be like 12 to me. Don't try it, AJ. AJ will always be 12 to me. And I always have his back. Like that's like one of my best friends. Like whatever I decided to do in life, seemingly he's always had my back. Like always had my back, never once judged me at all. So
That's special.
oh my gosh, yes. So, and my thing for him, I'm like, just do good. Like, that's all I want. Like, I'll give you the world as long as you just do right by yourself, do right by your girlfriend, like like just be a good person, you know? And I'm just proud of him right now. So he decided a couple years ago to go back to school. So he's in Kansas right now, going back to school. And then while he went back to school, he met his girlfriend, and then they're together and they're happy. And now they're going to have a baby.
Wow.
So
That's awesome. So
AJ's
Auntie again.
Erin. Yeah,
I'm
again.
Teeks.
Yeah.
I am Auntie.
How many kids does Angelica or Jell have?
2.
So third
Caden
time
and
aunt.
Clay.
Okay.
Caden and Clay. And then there's Nick. I can't forget about Nick. My brother-in-law, that's her husband. Such my dog. Yep.
Okay. So
Good support system.
we're growing.
Oh, gosh,
we're growing up in
100%.
Oroville. Dad's your basketball coach.
Yep.
What other sports did you do?
What sports didn't I do?
Did you do chess club?
No,
Okay.
but I did.
I don't know.
play
It was all I
on
could
the
come up with.
computer.
I don't think that's a sport.
Not really. I mean, you gotta be maybe.
I mean, you got to move that. I mean, I guess this is a
Finger.
little bit. Yeah.
What do we hear from?
Joint.
We heard Sean Hector Lewis was on, and she was told us that she was in band and she played the what thing was that? The
I don't know, but it's-
euphone or
Uniphone?
something.
Xylophone?
It's like
No, it's like a tuba, a small
it's
tuba.
like a small tuba.
But why'd you say band like that? I was in band.
What did you play?
I played I did get a little geeky right there, real
Okay.
quick, because I don't even really.
You were
do
defending the
anymore.
band,
A little
defending
bit.
the honor of the band. What did you play?
I love that you're an athlete and a band geek all in one. It's
Hella
awesome.
band
That's
geek.
like what a great combination.
I don't know many people that were in the band that don't describe themselves as geeky.
It's a different world,
It is.
dude.
It's a different. Well,
I
and that's
promise
why
you.
the reason I smiled was because there's what is it, apple pie, American pie,
American
or some
pie.
American pie.
Oh my
where she's
God.
at band camp, and so every time I hear band, that just goes through my head.
Every band person will get so mad at you for saying that, because literally one time at band camp, someone broke my saxophone case. So I really took that saying to heart one time at band camp.
So we know that you played the saxophone.
So I started off on the violin.
Okay.
That's what I started off. But then my teacher died. So that was kind of like, okay. So then 5th grade comes along, and my sister, she played the flute. She kind of stopped. So then I was like, I want to be like Jill. So I started playing the flute. Little do I know, or I continued to play the flute. So I started in 5th grade. I was in like band from 5th grade to 6th grade. 7th grade is middle school. So then now I'm in the middle school band. And that's when like I knew it was a different world, because stuff got weird. And you're 12 and whatnot. So you're starting
Stuff gets weird when you're 12 anyway.
dude, right? You're starting to like
Hormones,
see
which we're going to talk about, right?
boys
all those things.
and whatnot. So
The
it was,
change.
yeah. So it was kind of like a rumor that, the flute players were frisky. So I was like, oh God, no. Like, and each group had like their own, like, you didn't want to necessarily be a clarinet player. Like the trumpets were hecka dope. Like everyone wants to be on percussion. The saxophones were the smooth ones. The flutes,
Sassy, sexy,
yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
So I was like, you know what?
Who knew?
I was like, I don't really want to do the flute anymore. So the saxophone, pretty much, the flute is here. The saxophone, it's here.
Yeah.
It's the same keys, just a different note for your like A, or the tone of that everyone has to play, which whatever your A is, it's an A or an F on the flute, but it's a G on the saxophone. So it was an easy switch, just an easy switch. So 7th grade, started on the saxophone, and I started playing that up until my sophomore year. And then I kind of let it go, because it was like marching band. I was in marching band. I had to wear the outfit with the feather and the cap. And
You had the cool hat.
I'm telling you, I had it all. Like,
You were looking super.
I know
the
how to
Sergeant Pepper's
float.
kind of costume.
yes,
Yeah, okay.
shoulder pads.
Epaulets,
Out. Yeah. So, yeah, I did that up until I was about 15, 16 years old. And then I was just like, man, this is complicating, because it kind of did interfere with sports. And I was like
kind of have to pick.
because I did like volleyball, basketball, and track when I hit high school. And then, I was just like, I don't really want to go and play at the games anymore. So I'm kind of sad that I let it go, just because I definitely feel like it opened a different part of my brain, or I used a different part of my brain that I do now. Because you have to memorize like multiple songs. So my memory.
Not to mention the fact that you have to march while you're performing, right?
Right, so your brain's having to do.
Yeah. Like you get used to the marching and the floating and stuff, because everything is like more of a beat instead of like a count, because you definitely do have to count for your notes. So it's almost like muscle memory, I guess.
You remember I talked to you about the little seeds here? So
Yeah.
I don't know if you're seeing the seeds here, but just some seeds that I'll comment on that where I'm seeing. One, the volleyball and basketball. You're 5'2". You're playing sports that are traditionally for taller people.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But
But she has her wingspan.
But you have the wingspan.
Yep.
But that is the grit that we see in you, the fight that you can't tell me I'm too short. So I love that. What did you run in track?
So when I was in high school, because then it transitions, into college or whatever, because I did do track in college for a little bit. They made me do the 1. And do you hear me? They made me do the 1, the 2, the 4, the 4x1, the 4x4, long jump and triple jump.
Wow.
Yeah. So like when it comes to like the volleyball, I was really like a setter and a blocker, and that was about it. I never really could get the concept of the follow through of a spike. If I did, I'd probably still be in volleyball. But yeah, like I'm a jumper. Like
But this is cool, because at least all the track sports that you're doing are more of the explosive sports, the explosive events. So
Yeah.
the 100, 200, 300, 100, 200, 400, the long jump. I mean, these are the explosive sports, which explains why you have some of the development that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My quads.
Yeah.
For sure. Quads for sure.
The fast twitch and explosive events. Yeah. Okay. So this is all lining up. And then the marching band part, that's aligning with the performance aspect.
Yeah.
So, so
And the musicality.
And the musicality. Yeah. So, all right. See, that's why I say these are important parts that you probably never even thought about, or did you?
I really didn't.
Okay.
Like, okay, we're going back.
Okay.
Yeah, all the things that you experienced, throughout your life give you all these different tools that ultimately make you who you are today.
If I could be transparently honest, I totally agree with you.
Are you
guys.
anything else? Are you anything other than that?
Okay, you're right. You're right. I legit thought, okay, so maybe we'll get back to this because I remember you guys say you don't want to go too far forward, right? Which I had a head fart. This might happen throughout the entire time. Well, this might happen the entire time because I wasn't trying to push forward because that's what it was going to do. And it came back. This might happen. It came back. But 15 years. So I remember with you guys, I'm very more like aware to my body's responses and like the stressors that come upon it. So an incident had happened like, a year ago, which it had to deal with what we're talking about now. But I had a mean body response for it to a point where like I felt like my progress kind of went backwards. So I guess talking about, because I feel like I erased the 15 because I'm 30, I'll be 31. I lied. I'm 31 now. Damn. I'll be 32. Shit.
And by the way, can we get some air freshener in here for that brain fart?
Oh my gosh.
Can we get some air freshener for the brain fart though? Chase, will you get some
You're not funny, honey.
I need it.
A little bit funny.
I need it. I feel like I kind of erased it a little bit. Yeah. And that's solely based off of how it made me feel because I feel like maybe it was like a trigger. So when we're talking about this, I'm like, damn, this is sensitive. We're getting into it. We're getting into it. But I feel better now.
Okay.
And I'm not, I guess, as... We could talk now.
Okay. Are you sure? Okay.
You're loosened up now.
We could talk now.
So we had basketball, volleyball, band, and track during the during high school,
and then track in college.
But wait,
I did
before
track
we
and
get out of
basketball.
high school, did we have any state championships? Were we a good student? Were you a good student?
I think I was an average student. Okay. I just kind of did what I did to like go by or slide by.
Were you athlete first and
exactly.
student second?
So okay. I didn't understand the concept of a student athlete. I was definitely an athlete student. And the older I got, because it's like you could kind of slide with that in high school. You really, really can. Yeah. Like it's like, what is the care of it, I guess? But I mean, there should be. But the older I get, you can't really slide like that. So I think ultimately that's why I ended up in the work industry because my attention span, I don't think I had the work ethic. I don't think I had the patience. I don't think I had half of the habits or the discipline that I have now that I did then, to even understand. So, I mean,
Erin, you had the work ethic. But like what I see with a lot of high school people, you only have a certain amount that you can put in that cup, and so you've got to put your attention where you can. And I mean, I went to school with some guys, some phenomenal athletes who were phenomenal students, and they were those superhero people that sucked, but they were amazing. So I just was not that. But you just were putting what attention you had in your cup at the things that you liked the most. And I can imagine that with your dad in particular. There was a certain level of bonding and wanting to please him and focus that you put on basketball, which is why, and probably if your father was athletic and
100%. He wanted to get like a 5-minute mile when he was like 50 and like did it.
Wow.
Did it.
He's the athlete. All right.
100% the athlete. I think if I could I'm going to be honest, you're giving me a grace a little bit. If I could simply say I kind of just did not care. I had that attitude at the time. And if someone, and I won't even say if someone were to tell me like how serious you needed to be to like actually, deal with real life things, I guess.
Adulting.
Yeah, I would have taken it a little bit more
No,
serious.
you wouldn't have.
And maybe not.
And I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell
Like,
you
maybe
why.
not.
I'll tell you why.
So-
because we told that to our kids.
Yeah.
and
A lot.
a
Yeah.
lot.
It
And-
didn't work.
Yeah.
And so I love that you're going back and saying if this would have been different. And at the end of the day, and it's
Yeah.
like you now, and it's something that will. And this is where I love going a little bit forward and back. Is that
Yeah.
you're more receptive to the message now.
Oh, 100%.
Than you were at that time,
Yeah.
which is called maturity.
Yeah.
And so that's not uncommon. That's, in fact, we see that all the time. So,
Yeah.
so part of what you can hit yourself and say, I wish I would have, or I could, or if somebody
Yeah.
would have done this. At the end of the day, all that goes into who you are today.
Yeah.
And so you use it in the way that we're using it now, which is now you do understand.
Yeah.
And that's helping
Yeah.
propel you to other parts of your life.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
All right.
I agree.
We could connect these threads.
Yeah,
okay.
we can. I agree.
So let's go to. I need to ask one other thing. Did you go to prom when you were at Oroville? I don't know why I thought of this question, but I just am thinking
But
of
her
you.
reaction tells you that's a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did. Like, okay, the glow up is real, you guys, because maybe that's why I don't want to talk about it, because this fine thing now versus what was back then is no comparison. I don't even know who she was. I don't. So I did go to prom. Oh, okay. I was one of those girls. I couldn't ask someone at my school to go with me to prom. So I had to ask another fine boy at the time from a different school, get
Okay.
him to sign like the little contract and whatnot so he can come to prom.
Wow.
Yeah, I was one of those. But it bit me in the butt because he lied about his age on the contract.
Oh no!
Bit me in the butt.
Was
I'm
he
like,
older or younger?
He was younger. I'm like, you don't got to lie to kick it. It's okay. Probably wouldn't ask you, but anyway.
Anyway,
Then he did have to lie.
He did, maybe. I'm
so
like,
prom queen was not in the cards for you.
Not really. I tried to do homecoming, and granted, we were kicking their butt, but it came down to the skit. Like, everything was so good, and we were in first place, and I was like class president too.
Wow.
So
Okay.
it just didn't work because, like, I didn't know you were not supposed to talk. So when my skit started malfunctioning, I'm throwing up my Kevin Hartness being joke of the year, like. And that's what kind of tainted it for me, was like I opened my mouth, Papa Bear can't shut up.
I can see you.
I love that about you.
I can see you channeling
Like, it
Kevin
was
Hart.
just like
Yes.
on spot, like, oh no, like we didn't plan for this, like we still have like 20 something seconds or whatever. So I'm just talking, blah 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 blah, and that was, so I got second place. I did get second place, but I know
Miss
how to
Homecoming
lose.
Queen then.
What?
Missed Homecoming Queen with that, is that right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Not salty about that a bit. So let's fast
no.
forward, not that fast, but let's go to so Butte College. Yeah.
I did. I'm
Okay.
a road runner.
Okay.
I'm a road runner. So
And how was college?
You played basketball and track.
I did basketball and I did track. So I
Wow.
only went for 2 years. I tried to go back, but I did not finish school. So like I said, I was 100% in the work. I wanted to make money. But let's go back. I graduated. I went and what was I at Butte from 2011 to 2012, and then 2012 to 13 or something like that. It was fun.
Yeah.
Like the college experience, I had too fun.
Did you live on
Too
campus?
much fun. No,
Okay.
I was still at home at that point. Thank God. Thank God. Oh, snap. That might happen too. That might happen too. No, I was at home still. I was really focused on, I guess, basketball, and then I guess just trying to do the college thing, because still I am a athlete student. I still haven't grasped the concept of you need to be a student athlete. So my first year just kind of skated by. I was able to do it. My second year, I kind of coasted off and kind of died out, and then kind of just switched in because I had hurt myself realistically. So I had a red shirt for basketball. And I think as soon as I redshirted, that's when I just was like kind of over it.
What injury?
I think my ankle or my Achilles, or I strained the bottom of my foot, something like that. And then
Okay.
I also had my knee. Oh, my knee. Just I had like jumper's
Little
knee.
reflex there.
It did reflex. I was like, ooh, snap.
Hey, that's good. It's alive.
I know, right? Snap. I had jumper's knee. So I just had knee problems which you'll fast forward to adult life. Like I've always had knee issues.
Yeah.
So that
comes with basketball and when you
wear
think
and
of the
tear.
wear and tear between track, volleyball, and basketball,
Oh.
that's a
All
lot
the
of
I'm
wear
like-
tear.
and the explosiveness.
dude, yeah, and they don't train you necessarily properly.
No.
They just kind of train you. I mean, you have access to like treatment and stuff like that, and I mean, they could do something, but I mean, and it's like, how can you watch everyone? I guess you're a butte. Like, I'm not downplaying it or anything, but
No, it's
But
true. Unless you're going to a major D1 program or one
Exactly.
of the high schools that is feeders for those.
Exactly.
I mean, they're going to have certain resources, but
Yeah.
they're not going to have like some of the
Top tier.
colleges, the D1, the Clemsons, the Dukes, I could go down the list, but
Mm-hmm.
those schools have like full on professional
exactly.
recovery, rehab, PT, doctors, all that stuff available to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and it's a lot different too
Way
than
different.
it was in 2011 and 2012.
Oh gosh, way different. It was fun though. So I mean, it was fun, and I learned a lot. Like I loved my coaches. Like my coaches were Chad Scott and Ron Brown. Amazing coaches. Like I mean, for some reason, I feel like I've been put, the universe or God, I've been put in certain positions to really be guided by the best, or people just see like the potential in me that I kind of don't see, or I choose to ignore or whatever. Like I feel like just even the position I'm in right now, like I feel so fortunate and so blessed to even, be interviewed. So when it came down to that, like Chad and Ron, nothing but the best, but I try to give them the best. So I was hitting like 38 minutes. I only had 1 minute of rest each half
Wow.
because it's like 20 minutes,
Wow.
your halftime and then 20 minutes. So, I mean, the energy that I put out, I think back then I didn't know that people wanted to reciprocate that back to
Sure.
me. So, and I think that's something that I guess right now that I'm freaking noticing. Shit, excuse me, but I just had an epiphany.
They can
Believe it out, but
No, they don't have to. You are welcome to
But-
speak. Yes, but no, I think that's a really awesome epiphany.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because as you say that, I've said that so many times. Like for me as a coach,
Yeah.
I will give my athlete what they give me. Like
Yeah.
it's like the harder you work, the harder I work
Yeah.
for you, and I definitely think that's true in life, right? It's
Yeah.
like when you keep showing up and you keep
Exactly.
then people want to be there to support you. So
Yeah.
that's a cool thought.
So I learned a lot. And then I guess my achievement for that particular era in my life, I was the GVC conference of that year or whatever.
What, player of the year?
Yeah.
Or-
Of the
wow.
the GVC of just like the Butte College. Like we played like Shasta. We played like the Redwoods. I don't even know. We played just a bunch of just the GVC conference league.
Is GVC Greater Valley Colleges? Is that-
Maybe. I'm
okay.
not even sure, to
Okay.
be so honest.
Okay,
It's
that's
been,
okay.
I don't even know
That's
how
okay.
many years.
Did you get a
But-
ring?
What?
Did you get a ring?
I didn't get a
Plaque?
ring. I'm on a placard
Okay,
out
alright.
at Butte College. Forever. I will say, and I do have film of that, my last game, I had like 7 threes and I got like 39 points that
Wow.
game.
Wow, look
Mm-hmm.
at you.
Impressive.
Yeah. 5'2". 5'2".
Call it like a little junior Steph Curry there.
I got a mean 3.
Yeah.
I could bet
Do you
some
still
lights
play?
on it. I mean, if I need to get steps, it's a great way
Now,
to get some steps.
and looking at the nails, I'm just guessing that those Wolverine claws right there were probably not so conducive to basketball.
They made me take them off.
Gee, I wonder why.
Okay, they made me take it off. I can still ball with them. I actually feel naked without them.
Okay.
So they made me take them off. I'm like, don't cut the tip.
I'm thinking we might have to have a game of horse tonight.
We might.
Yeah,
We might.
just saying.
I
Or-
need him.
I'm just saying.
I'm not
Wait,
gonna
okay,
say
we're
whether-
about to see if
okay.
you even know what you're talking. What is the sound of a net when a swish? What does it make? What's the sound of the net?
The sound of the net?
Yes.
I feel like this is a trick question.
No, it's not.
Okay.
What is the sound?
Whoosh. Okay, so no. Okay.
That's what it makes.
Not the net that I hit. So yours probably goes straight through.
Mine's like there's no rim.
It's barely touching.
He said
My shot is a rattler, and just like it looks like trash going
his shot
into
doesn't
the
go in.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
bad.
Thanks, honey.
Your follow through is not.
I love my
you don't.
wife. Yeah.
But you're good at playing tennis and pickleball.
Okay.
I play that too. I'll play that
I'm
too.
not-
You're coming out for the tournament then.
I might.
With Tarek.
I might.
You tell
I might.
Tarek.
Okay.
I'm kind of.
You know.
Like, wait a
Well,
minute. I might like a little bit more than I could
at
shoot.
our place, the cool part is the basketball court is the pickleball court.
Is it really?
Yeah,
That's
we can.
so cool.
We can convert it. There's just a net. We play horse, and I kick your ass, which I won't. You'll kick my ass, and then we'll
Which I
play
will.
pickleball, and then we'll see.
You'll annihilate him,
Which I will.
like Tarek says he's going to do to him.
Right? I mean, in your defense,
There's no
your
defense of me.
better half did say that you're quick off the step. She did say
Pick out
that.
the step.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like you can move quick.
You
Okay.
swift.
Okay.
I
All right.
said,
All right.
Don't you remember Tarek was saying that you
Oh, yeah.
better hit the ball away from him?
Yeah.
I'm saying that you can move quick to the balls.
yeah,
Yes. Okay.
you're quick.
Well, I know. Well,
I
at
wanna see it.
this age, you have to know when to move and when not to move.
Know when to hold them, know when to
because
fold them.
there are times when it's like you have to do an immediate calculus of is the energy that I'm going to expend and the risk to my body and the potential for injury, is that more or less than the pleasure I'm going to get getting to that ball? And usually it's no.
Yeah.
Usually
yeah.
that ball is just going to bounce and I'll wait for the next one or I'll hit the next one. But
See, I wish I had that great judgment because I
Give it some years.
don't. Like,
we got a
Erin,
couple on
when
you.
you've had 20 orthopedic surgeries, then you will, and that's getting that knowledge the hard way, which you don't want to get the knowledge that way. So, yeah.
No, we're going to protect your body. It's too important.
I try. We try.
I don't think we're trying. We're doing. Okay. So we're at Butte College. We do a couple years there. Are you
Yep.
are you working along with?
I am along with.
Well, when you
While
were
you're
in
in
college,
school.
so you're doing two
Okay.
sports. You're doing, and you're going to school. What are you studying everything,
So-
or is it just general ed stuff? Or
yeah, it's just
foundational?
general ed
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Liberal arts stuff. Yeah.
Like I thought I wanted to do psychology, and I'm still like
Oh, you'd be great.
because I like the way the
Well,
brain
and plus
thinks.
your mom.
Like
Plus your mom,
and
yeah.
yes, like my mom, like and how like she thinks. Oh gosh, Nancy, I just am very interested in it.
This
You
Probably
know?
don't get anything past her.
No. But then again, in my defense, which she found out everything growing up and like would tell us kind of like later. And I'm like, God dang, like, how are you finding this stuff out? Okay. So my mom did my hair, which I'm assuming all mommies do. My mommy just happened to do it until I was about 20 something years old. Okay. But in the time of when I was a kid and you're sitting on the ground, okay, this is my mom's head behind me. I'm trying to hide my phone.
She can see everything.
She saw everything. I'm like, what the heck? You're not even slick. You use that horoscope crap on, like, you're not slick, Nancy. You're not slick.
Nancy's your mom, I assume.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
yes. I'm like, you're not psychic. You just have a mean neck to
What's your-
weave.
What's your
And some-
dad's
and some
name?
good eyes.
And some good eyes, man.
What's your
So
dad's name?
clever. He's AJ, so
Okay.
that's like Alvin.
So is your
AJ.
brother AJ? Is he AJ Junior?
He's the third.
Okay. Oh, third. Okay.
He's the third. I'm hoping he has a boy. I'm like, are you gonna name it Junior? Like, are you gonna have a fourth? Are we gonna have a fourth?
Wow.
That'd be cute.
It's kinda
That
cool.
would be cute.
Yeah.
I'm like, who does that anymore?
Well, maybe your brother.
I know. I'm
Maybe
like,
your brother. He can be a trendsetter.
he might name the kid trendsetter because he is a trendsetter. Knowing him, shit,
That's
he might like.
By the way, this one, my
that finger right
I know.
in my
Sorry,
eye.
sorry. I should have given you the knife hand. This one loves the human brain and how it
Oh, yeah, I do.
operates, and so she also has that same love for just how things work. Is part of the reason why we watch certain shows because
I just love to
she
see how
loves
people
the
think.
social
Yeah.
experiment.
Yeah. I think I'm more interested, like, why?
Yeah.
Like, because if you were to ask me why I do something the way I do something, I've always said this, like, even when I could tell you why. In depth, like, I could tell you why. But I hate it when, and I won't say hate because I don't hate anything, but I'm just like, why don't you understand why you're like,
Right.
Instead of just because I am the way I am. No, you're not. No, you're not. Deep down in yourself, like, that's more of a denial type
Right.
of thing. Like, you don't want to address We all have stuff. Like, come on.
Interested in changing your life or stepping on stage? Join FitBody Fusion today.
Experience the FitBody Fusion difference with tools, knowledge, and community support to reach your healthy and sustainable lifestyle.
We guide thousands on their fitness journeys, from seasoned athletes to those who are simply seeking a healthier life.
Our expert coaches provide personalized plans and unwavering support, empowering you to thrive.
FitBody Fusion is more than just training. It's a community. We understand the challenges of solo fitness journeys, which is why we foster a supportive environment where members encourage and motivate each other.
Join the FitBody Fusion community today and unlock your full potential.
Head to fitbodyfusion.com to sign up for a free consultation.
And do it today. Well, there are people that I am the way that I am because I'm choosing not to work on the things that I don't see a need to improve. So, or to change. And that's a choice. And that's okay. That's okay. And there are people that I was detailing this for somebody the other day, is that some people are very aware of their faults, and they work to correct those or to improve on those things.
I love that.
I would put that, you're in that category.
Oh,
You're very self-aware and you understand what you're working on, but you actually are taking an active role in working on those things.
100%.
There are some people that are not self-aware, don't think they have any problems, don't want to change, or don't care. Yeah. And then there are other people that are very self-aware of their problems. They will tell you that they're working on those things, but they're not.
Their actions are
they're just either, I'm very aware of this and it's just, this is the way they won't say it this way, but you can tell because when you have to, like we experienced this with our son, he would apologize, right? So he was good at making apologies, but horrible at making corrections.
Yeah.
So it was like,
when he was a kid.
That's right. Yeah. When he was a kid, that's true. As an adult, he's so much different now. But as a child, it was like, I'm sorry. I won't do it again, but yet he would do it again. Yeah. So are you really sorry if you're going to repeat the same actions? Yeah. So.
Which I think too, it was like one of the first podcasts that I ever saw of you guys, because I was trying to get to know you guys. And it was a meeting that you had with someone, which it translates to my life and how I talk to people or how I want to have a conversation with someone. It was like you were talking about the conversation that you had at dinner, and this person was just like, and you let him go. You let him go talking about me or whatever. And I think it was like a business deal of like, I don't even want to, and not even that anything's wrong with you, but it's like, and I don't know how
they didn't ever ask about anything about
you guys, right? So it's like,
well, and then do you remember the test I gave?
Yes.
The test I gave was he finally did ask me. So what do you do, Greg? And this is a test question I use, which I shouldn't tell people this because now they're going to know my test.
But I loved it.
But I said, oh well, according to Jamie, I moved papers from one side of my desk to the other side of the desk. Laugh, move on to start talking about me again. And so it was that moment. It was like no follow up, no nothing. And you see that. And I mean, I learned that as a lawyer, right? As a lawyer, the new lawyers in particular would come in and they'd have a list of questions. Yeah. And they would ask a question. And I used to hate when I was with a new lawyer, especially if they were taking the lead on a deposition, because they would ask all these questions, but they wouldn't follow up on any of them. Yeah. So they'd say, tell me where you grew up. And they'd say something and they'd just move on to the next question. It's like, man, there are 3 follow-up questions in the answer that they just gave. Why are you not following up? And then I would have to go up and clean everything up and follow up on that stuff. It made my work much harder because I just had to follow up.
I feel like there's some podcasts that are that way, where people go in with a list of questions and you're listening to it and they ask a question. It's like, oh, that was interesting. But then they don't ask any more about it. Yeah. And they move on to the next question. You're like, oh my gosh, I wanted to know more about that.
Yeah, but wait. Yeah.
That's why people listening to this podcast will know that we're almost at time and we haven't even gotten into the competition life yet. So, which is wonderful because this is what we wanted for you, Erin. We wanted people to get to know. No, seriously, we wanted to get to know you better, and we want to everybody listening to get to know you better because people see what they see on stage. Okay, they see what they see on social media, but there is so much depth and layers beyond that form what they're seeing. And this goes into what you love really, and the connection is that you want to understand why people do what they do.
Yeah.
Well, this is part of the why, is that you got to understand the why people are, but you got to dig for it.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be something of why people do what they do
Yeah.
or are the way they are. And that's what we love to. We see all that potential in you, and we see that depth and those layers. It's one of the things we love about you. One of many.
Thank you.
All right, so we still got a little bit of time.
I think we got to lead all the way into to at least to getting to the fitness.
No,
side.
we are. We got a little bit of time, but all right. So what the question that I had asked, and I'll go back to, was that while in college and you were doing 2 sports,
Was I working?
were you working?
I kind of like died it out. So like as soon as I got hurt, so like my first year, it was literally all basketball, like all just school or trying to do school. And then that second year comes along and then I'm like, oh gosh, that kind of like happened. And then also too, it wasn't even that I got hurt. Shoot, I'm sorry. I got sick. So I had peritonsillar abscesses in my throat, which took me out.
Wow.
Took me out. I had like my white blood cells were out of count. Like I had fever. I couldn't eat. Like half of like my throat was closed.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
I almost pretty much kind of died a little bit. It was really, really bad. So like that actually took me out.
That's scary.
Well, yeah, you can die from an abscess.
I did get hurt. So it was like one thing after another. And then come like, I want to say Memorial Day. So we're still in school. By the time June came, like I was out from like June to about my birthday, July. So by the time it was like, let's go back to school, I was already kind of like tapped.
So far behind.
Yeah, I was tapped out because like that shit took me out. And then it came back in December. So I had got it in May, June. And then it came back in December. And then I got my tonsils taken out in like January of like 2014 or something like that. So I stopped school and then I just like worked like any job. I was at like Mountain Mike's. I was at Big Five. And then like I got in touch with like a temp agency and I was commuting to Gridley and I stayed at, I know a lot about like, like Duraflame, those artificial logs, man. We were called Clean Flame. And I was like a forklift driver. I can run that entire place because I was there for like 10 seasons. So like as soon like 18 up until I met Troy. So up until my bodybuilding career, really, I was in a warehouse putting together logs from like 5 a.m. to about 5 p.m. 5 p.m.
Damn.
Yeah.
And a forklift driver.
Oh, I was like mobbing those. I was mobbing the forklift drivers racing.
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it's so interesting.
Picturing your
little
self.
Just picturing you driving around.
Oh, yeah.
And I just imagine you with headphones on and dancing while you're driving. And do I have the image?
With my longer nails.
Yes, of
and
course.
I'm like 95 pounds at that point in time, too. So I'm really little.
And you're probably driving by, hey, Ray, hey, Jane, how's your day?
Oh,
I mean, is this
literally.
it? Is it? You're like the cruise director of the warehouse.
But I like worked my way up. So like as soon as they saw that I was like a good worker every season, because we had 2 seasons a year or whatever. So every season I get a little raise. And then they give me more hours. So they're like, oh, you could come in at 4:45. I mean, I got to wake up at 3. I'm like, shit, I don't care. Like more money. At that point in time, like if you had like if you were making like 17 or 20 bucks an hour in 2014, 2010, OMG.
You were set.
I was balling. I'm like, okay, I'm staying. So I worked my way up. I really got cool with my boss. Like, here's another situation where I'm like, okay, Jesus or the universe is putting me in a really good position to a point because like I didn't have a car at that point in time. So my boss had to start giving me rides. And at this point in time, I'm living in Chico. So I moved out. I'm not at home anymore. I'm way farther away, like maybe an hour and a half, because Orville to Gridley is about 25 minutes. And then Orville to Chico is about 30 minutes. So I'm like commuting 45, 50 minutes now. And so like my boss picks me up, And that's kind of how I started, like working my way up a little bit. And I was like, can I kind of like try the forklift for a second? Because like the position that they had put me in, I was the only one that knew how to run the machine. And it's the wrapping machine that wraps all the logs to even be packaged and stuff like that. And my boss, America, she was the only one that could do it. And they taught me how to do it. So if I wasn't at work, who's going to run the plant? Like, you wouldn't get any logs done. Like, we'd be backed up for like weeks at a time. So it was pretty cool. Like, I loved that job. It really did teach me like patience, discipline, you know, leadership, I guess.
Hey, you're getting up at 5 in the morning, or you're getting up at 3 in the morning.
Pretty much.
To go work a 12-hour shift.
Pretty much.
I mean, that is day in, day out. That's dedication. That's hard work.
Like
and
labor.
I mean, I know, and yeah, it is. It is
Labor
manual
work.
labor. Yeah. But I bet you made it fun.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
yeah, don't give me the aux cord. Don't give me I don't know why they gave me a taser for whatever reason, but they gave me a taser and an aux cord. And
What's an aux cord?
you know, oh, that's how old I am. Plugging your phone to the aux cord.
Oh, AUX, aux cord. Got it. Okay.
I
thought, is this something that goes in the log or something? I'm like, what the hell is an aux cord? Like, are you slaughtering cows there and
No, but
putting
you
that
could.
in the log, and that's the secret of
Honey.
clean flame? Or,
You
my
could. If you were like, and one thing, you did not want to be a bell, like, you did not want to work with bells, because we would get cardboard, because that's what they're made out of. It's cardboard
Yeah.
waste. And you would find dead ducks, rats,
Oh.
raccoons. So if you were back there, you got in trouble, or you just were one of the guys that were like, have big dip in, have your cigarettes, and we just left you, because no one wanted to tear those apart, because you never know what you would find, like fish guts,
Oh
like,
gosh.
yeah, horrible.
this does not sound fun. You are not making this sound like a sexy
It was
job.
legit. It was so fun. And that's what's wrong with kids nowadays. Like, go have some damn fun and get some labor or work.
Right?
Man.
You know,
like,
you are not the first
shoot.
person who has said that. Is that, and we've talked about this a lot. Is that, I mean, I worked as a janitor growing up in college, and I think somebody else said this recently, which is the problem and the opportunity with youth is that they don't spend time in those kind of really difficult jobs. Like every young
Yeah.
person should work at Walmart or McDonald's,
Just have
or
fun.
just to have that experience
yeah,
of what
go
what
meet
it
your
means. Yeah.
weird coworker
Yeah.
that's painting their nails black, that has a freaking mullet and a goddamn NorCal star on their butt crack. Like, I'm just saying, like I swear, one thing that I will say, I may not be the most intrinsic, knowledgeable, but my goddamn people skills, social skills, oh God, thank you, Jesus, for it. Because I'll be damned to be socially awkward. Like, you want to play that socially awkward game? Let's do it. like, thank God. Because, man.
This is okay. So we are a little bit over time, but let's leave it as a cliffhanger with this. Okay, so we're working at the Clean Flame.
Yep.
Dealing with people with mullets and tattoos of stars above their butt crack,
You
and
got it.
NorCal
and
stars.
guys with dip going through boxes,
Hell
finding
yeah.
fish guts, dead ducks, and raccoons.
Yep.
Okay, so this picture is very sexy. I think
I love
everybody listening to this is going, "Wow, that's sexy." Okay, so then we meet Troy.
Pretty much.
Okay. How did we meet Troy?
So what had happened was, you know how dramatical, and I know that's not a word. You know how dramatical I can be. I put a 50 on a 5 all the damn time. So the fire had nothing to do with me in Paradise, because I was in Oroville. But I was like, oh my God, like, your life can be over like that. So I went out to the bar. I thought it was like my last life.
Okay, so we need to give people context to this because there's a lot of code talk in there.
What?
So there were the fires.
The fires had happened out in Northern California, and I don't know how I equivalated it to myself.
Equivalated it?
It had nothing
She's
to
got her own
do.
It's all
vocabulary.
vocabulary.
Own, and you
Dramatical
will-
and equivalated.
Thank
Okay,
you.
All right.
I don't know how
We
I
understand
just
perfectly.
I don't know how it was in relation to myself, but I was like, I gotta hit this guy up. Oh my gosh, like, I could be dead tomorrow. So I went out to the bar and I got extremely drunk, because I was like, this is my last night of life. Why I thought this way, I don't freaking know. But I have text messages. I DM'd Troy, and I DM'd him, and I was like, I want to train. And this is at like 3 a.m. too, like drunk texting for whatever reason. And he sent me his address, and I ghosted him for a year.
For a year?
I know. And then I just randomly hit him up, and I was like, okay, I'm ready to start. Random. So like I embarrassed myself off drunk texting this guy because we had a mutual friend, and she's like, this is the guy that if you want to get fit, you go to him. So I did, ghosted him, and then I was like, okay, I'm ready. And then I never left. He sent me his address. I started training that next Wednesday, and I never left.
And Troy
That's amazing.
at that point owned his own gym?
Yep.
Okay.
So that was the second gym he's owned. So he loves doing this gym stuff. So the Galaxy is where I met him. So literally it was an Instagram thing. Like we were just Instagram friends.
But what inspired you to want to reach out to
She looked good.
train? Okay, so because your friend looked great and you're like,
Literally.
I want that.
Kind of, but it really was like because she did like a bodybuilding show out in Reading and whatnot, and I knew nothing about bodybuilding. Like, I mean, I trained a little bit here and there, but not in terms of
Right. Well, you were an athlete
specific.
your whole life and
Exactly,
everything, but
right? So I'm skinny, right? And I'm sick and tired of people saying that I'm skinny. I was 95 pounds. So she was like, this is the guy that you want to go to. That's literally how it happened. Like, and I started following him. He started following me. We kind of stalked each other in that year. Cause like I said, I drunk texted him.
So you didn't completely ghost him for a year, because if you guys are following each other, I think
But I'm not like talking to
Okay,
you
all right.
at all. Like,
from afar, from a distance, observing from a distance
Okay, all
until
right.
you were like completely ready to
Until I was
surrender
like,
into
yep.
this new lifestyle of training. And
pretty much. Yep. So I was just like, hey, dude, I'm ready to train. And I was shocked that he was just like, okay. But the only reason why he said, like, he had told me, like, later down, like, because I was stalking his Instagram just as he was stalking mine, I guess, as soon as I started following him or something like that. But he said I was funny because I would just
'Cause
post
you are.
weird. So the thing is, my Instagram now that I have people on, that's my original Instagram. So I really had to clean everything up because when I had started training, he made Slay and Gain, which I don't have Slay and Gain Fit anymore. So if anybody's trying to like contact me, or if you have been, I have not gotten your DM because there's two Erins. So he was following my bad Instagram, and that had no filter whatsoever. Like, and I know I don't have a filter now, but that was bad.
next level.
It was bad. It was bad, but he thought I was funny. So that's what he said. He was like, he thought I was funny. So that's why he kind of like took me on as like a client and whatnot. And the same way I wanted to be with you guys, you know, he saw the potential because he was like, let me just see like some check-in photos, like give me your front, back, you know, the four pictures. So I just sent him, which I still have those. It's so embarrassing. I sent him those, and that was just like, okay, yep, I'm training you. Come down to the gym at this time, and we'll get started. And I legit never left. It was so freaking fun.
Been together ever since.
Ever since, dude. But it was so funny because he had like a strategy to it and whatnot. Because like when he brought me in, oh gosh, I was a loose cannon. I was bad. So I couldn't really train with girls at all. Like I was training with the guys that were the country boys that legit you'd see red cups, you know, because they're
solo cup, yeah. Because they're dipping.
Because they're dipping, and they were pulling weight, man, at the time. And I just thought that shit was so cool to just like see. So how he introduced it to me, it was very interesting. So it wasn't just like, you know, prim and proper and so clean cut, because I probably, one, would have embarrassed him. The clients probably wouldn't have come back. And like, I get it, like just the appropriateness. So he made it really fun, like introducing me to this lifestyle, because I didn't know it was a lifestyle. Like I thought like just how everyone thinks like it's prep, like you go in and out. Because I'm like, why are we going to the gym every day? Like twice a day at that. Like, let's go to the bar. You know, like let's go have fun or something. So, but yeah, that's how I met him.
So you know, there's a parallel here that I don't know if you know about, but Jamie's background, one of the things that she did is when a little age difference between the two of you, but
Yeah.
when she was 15, she goes into she's in Louisiana, and she goes into a gym and she starts working out, and she starts training as a power lifter, but she's training with the guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
actually then competed against the guys.
Yeah.
Because they were
Well, back then they were basically in separate areas. The
Yeah.
women had their area, and that was basically just pink machines, you know. And then, then there was
Yeah.
the men's area where they had the free weights and
Dope.
stuff. So I started powerlifting. So I was in there. It was the same. I know. I was thinking about that as she was saying it. Like
That's
that, I was
so
in there with the
funny.
guys, and it made it to me more fun. And
Yeah.
nothing against the women. And,
Women, no.
and things have changed a lot. Like
Oh,
women
yeah.
are so much more serious than they were back in that day,
Yeah.
especially. You know, where women were afraid to have muscle, and they,
Yeah.
you know, they were like, oh, I just want to be toned. I don't want to
Yeah.
have too much muscle, you know. And I was like, no, I want all of
wanna
it.
be jacked.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so we are at time. We're over time. So
we're gonna do part two.
And yeah, we're going to do part 2. But the beauty is that the cliffhanger is, so we are now at the start of your competition journey.
Yeah,
and
Really, of your fitness journey that ultimately has
Yeah, my
evolved.
fitness
Well, I would
journey.
say the start of
Yeah.
your fitness journey really goes back to your athletics in
Sure.
high school,
Yeah.
and that formed the foundation. And now it's time to build the house on top of that foundation.
Yeah.
So let's have you back for part 2 or part 2 or part whatever.
That's my word.
Okay, say it.
Part 2.
Okay, with Miss Arin Cahee. And Erin, tell people how to get a hold. Well, first of all, give us your checkout word.
Balance.
Oh, well, that
almost
was your
forgot
check-in
it.
word too, yeah.
Oh, my check out.
Yeah, checkout word.
Oh.
It can be the same.
It can be.
Absolutely.
It can be whatever you want it to be.
not. Damn, checkout word.
How are you feeling now that we've gotten through this first half of your life?
I'm all right.
Aight.
I'm
Okay,
aight.
and that is spelled AIGHT for those that wonder how you
I
spell
was
that.
thinking about double I because I'm illiterate as hell.
Okay,
like
AIIGHT.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
like
Aight,
I'm
aight.
thinking of
And
double
if you
something.
live in Northern California, you know exactly where that comes from. So-
So where is the correct Instagram that people can follow you? Because if you're not following Erin, you need to
Oh,
follow
yeah,
Erin
yeah.
because she is
LOL.
so much fun.
And the quote that comes to mind here is Russell Crowe in Gladiator, where he says, "Are you not entertained?" And that should be your handle, because your Instagram is entertaining.
It's something.
Yeah,
We never know what's going to come next.
You never.
but
I
you're
never
going to tune in to
know.
find out.
Yeah. Oh, you want? Oh,
Yeah.
so it's _ ARIN period CAHEE _ And I had to change it because realistically, like I come from an era where we were calling each other by our handles when we were in college. So like mine was like Miss Nene.
Okay, Miss Nene.
So you decided,
I had to change it when
Okay.
I got locked out. So yeah, so it's like just
we might have to get into that a little bit, but
that's
I
why
don't know.
I made mine my name too.
Gosh, that makes me so mad that no one thought that was funny. Like I thought it was so funny. Anyway, your name.
Not everybody appreciates your humor all the time.
Hey, not every joke from Kevin Hart is going to hit. So, not every joke from Arin Cahee is going to hit.
Okay, likewise, Mr. Fart Spray in the air. Let's take it back 20 minutes.
She got you on that one.
Well, all right. Well, but it was
got you on
funny.
that one.
It was funny, and I'm betting at least one person laughed in the.
I'm laughing.
That's why.
I did not laugh.
All right. So, what have we learned here? A lot.
Oh my
We've learned a
goodness.
lot, and I thought we might get into the competition life, but man, this is so interesting. So, thank you for allowing us to kind of delve deep into that, and we'll dive deeper into the competition thing and the part 2 of your of your life when we
Oh my
do our
goodness.
second episode.
When we do.
And for everyone else, if you want to be dramatical and equivalated, then you need
And
to
aight.
and be aight. Then you want to like, comment, subscribe, and leave your review on the podcast. And remember the 3 B's, everybody.
Be good to yourself.
Be good to each other and be safe. Take care, everybody.
Thank you for tuning in to FitBody Lifestyle. We hope today's episode has left you feeling motivated and equipped to tackle your fitness goals, business challenges, and the daily dance of life. Remember to value progress over perfection. Life's tough enough alone. Find the chosen family around you to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite streaming platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FitBody Fusion.